Hi, Leo. Did it again. Thought I was recording and talking away, and it's just as well. Nobody likes intros anyway, right? Okay, so this is your harsh truth for October. Lay the cards out. If it resonates, great. If it does not, don't force it. Check your moon, rising, and Venus for a better understanding of this reading. If it does partially resonate or resonates fully, it's intended for a love relationship, but it could be friendship, family, or work or passion project. All right. So this is what you want to be true, that it could be that you're avoiding the inevitable end of something. It could be, just fear, avoidance of, but most likely you're in recovery from something that had, either a breakup, because this is an end. Okay, so this is probably a breakup or something that was done, that had done something that's just a deal breaker. And this was the bottom of the deck card, sorry. This is about looking back and reviewing and sort of surveying, and it's not about having regrets. It's just about looking back and seeing what you can learn from it, what you can take forward from your lessons that you've learned into the future. Okay, so what you don't want to be true, this could be a person, fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. This could be somebody that has very high expectations, that do as I say, not as I do, very manipulative, sort of impulsive and irrational about things, very expectant. Hold on a minute, I'm piecing it together. Hold on. And well, we have a breakup, okay? This is a dissolution of a stable home life type situation. So we do have a breakup here. What you want to happen, this could be somebody coming back and doing the right thing, even somebody fighting for you, like I want you back, I'm sorry, that sort of thing. Or just someone coming and apologizing, doing the right thing. Could also be somebody being stubborn and proud, but yeah, you don't want to be lied to. You want them to come back and do the right thing, to own up to what they did. You don't want them to keep lying and stealing and cheating around. This could also be that, but it doesn't, for me, it feels like you don't want to be lied to anymore. But this also feels like, well, I'm not even going to go there. I'll see how it plays out, because, yeah. So, so what it feels like right now is there's been an ending. You're wanting to be moving past it. What you don't want to be true is that they are probably not going to change, and this is somebody who's just very charismatic and do as I say, not as I do, very controlling, very impulsive, very imbalanced, possibly unstable, or that you can't count on them, you can't rely on them. You want the right thing to be done here. You don't want to feel like you have to slink away or kind of do something sneaky to get out of a situation, or you don't want to be lied to. And this is echoing that there's been a breakup, a misalignment of values now. Whatever happened, there's no going back. At least that's the way it feels. Let me check on those 2 10s here. Reversed. 2 10s reversed is expectation justified. Okay? So if you suspected or expected, yeah, this person is probably cheating or this or that, there's a good chance that in fact was going on. And that's not for any other reason, probably then your intuition was kicking in. It's not like self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't beat yourself up over it. And as I heard one Leo very profoundly say that helped me a lot, he said, it's a walk in the park. It's fine. This happens. Okay, so let's clarify. Okay. There's been an ending. So you're in recovery, new beginning, there's been an ending, and you want to be clear-headed and focused and in charge for your next venture, your next romance, your next move. This is you coming out of the lessons that you've learned, this being stabbed in the back, this final ending, and you're taking what you've learned here and moving forward with it. And you are rational, organized, clear thinking. You don't want to be in the same position that you were in before. This just flew out. Okay. Oh. So you don't want it to be true that basically it would be a lot of work to be to still be in a relationship, or if you chose this person again, because it could be in flux. If you chose this person, doesn't look like it's in flux though, or to stay with this person, it would be a lot of work. It would be a lot of work, and the work would all be on you, because this person, it does what they want, when they want, how they want, and does not have much regard for, it's a means to an end. Interactions often with people and things, you know, like you buy this house to flip it to get a bigger house, that sort of thing. It's just everything's a cog in a wheel or a means to an end. This could be a person, this could be the energy of the relationship where it was just a lot of work to be married or to be committed to a energy like this or in this relationship. Okay, and then of course we have the ending here, and walking away, because, and this could be you, Leo. This is typically Aries or Taurus. This is Scorpio right here, and this is Gemini, could be. So this could be you. All right, I made it through this. I am good. I am straight. I'm stable. I'm coming out of this, and this is all about you creating for your future. This is solitary. Okay, so it could be that after this breakup, you are definitely in recovery, and you've got a new mindset about what you want and what you're going to create. And it's like the sky's the limit. This is very abundant. This is very, just a very nurtured and nurturing energy. Or this is a really good omen for future success and being able to just create the life that you want and how you want, and just being in a really good place mentally and emotionally. This could be Leo right here. Yeah, I think you want, yeah, you know what? I think you want somebody to come back and own up to why the relationship didn't work out, you know? The right thing to do would be to say, hey, yeah, I realize that I caused you to feel kind of insecure in the relationship, and I took you for granted. I know that you know, Queens of Pentacles, like taking care of others. That's their wheelhouse. They are very practical minded, and they have a sense of beauty, and this, so they, you know, they make for a very nice home. They're very practical. They'll feed everybody. They always have practical solutions. They're always able to listen. They're down to earth. They just a really great partner. And it would be really great if this person could come back and do the right thing and say, hey, I know that I completely screwed that up and put the burden on you most of the time and had you doing all the work, to where you felt like you couldn't take care of yourself. And I know that I hardly did anything in the relationship. And what I did do, it devalued your skills. Like I wasn't working with you. If anything, there was a third party relationship at work that this person had, but that you weren't on the same page with this person. And all of the relationship type work probably was put at your feet, Leo. So this is probably how you're feeling, because this is Leo right here, and you know, for them to do the right thing, it'd be really great if they could come back and acknowledge that, right? Or this is you, but see, this is what you want to happen. So I think this is about them coming back to apologize and to acknowledge what a jackass they've been, basically, or how hard their relationship was for you. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this is about the liar, cheater, thief, or it could be you feeling like you have to be strategic and stealthy about communication, about taking care of yourself. And this Nine of Cups right here suggests unhappiness, not getting what you want. It could be about, it's almost like the Four of Pentacles sometimes, where it's about greed and materialism, and, you know, Four of Pentacles reversed. So this is, but I think this is about just being unhappy. I think this is about acting like everything's fine and you're on the same page when it's not. When what's really going on is that, look, this is a lot to bear. I'm really strong. I'm a good mate. I'm a good person. You know, like, but this is just too much to ask of anybody. You take me for granted and you ask too much of me, and you need to acknowledge that and you need to step up. I think that's what this is about, because it's like you're acting like everything's fine, but you're not on the same page with this person. Even though you were committed and together, this is about commitment, being together. Everything seemingly is going in the right direction. This is movement, progress forward. You weren't happy. And it was like you were getting your needs met on the side. Maybe there was some excess of shopping, or just, it was like you had to be strategic and sneaky about getting your own needs met. So this is, sorry, I'm acting like it happened, but this is what you don't want to happen. And I think this is about, I feel like there's been a definite detachment, but I mentioned earlier breakup. Some of you might have already broken up, but if some of you are still together, because you want the acknowledgement, it's like some of you are at the crossroads, even though the Two of Swords isn't here. You want the acknowledgement how hard this is. It'd be really nice if we could talk about this, but I don't want it to come to a point where I'm sneaking around to get my own needs met because I'm not happy, even though it feels like we're on the same page. Well, yeah, that's because I'm driving this machine, And what will happen is this looks like a misalignment of values, disharmony, a breakup, dissolution of a partnership, and a loss of hope, being discouraged. But I feel like this is you saying you're sorry, you have to walk away. I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. This is about doing the right thing. This is about justice being done. The breakup, and it's not what you want. It's just that there's nothing left for you here, and I think you recognize that. And I think most of you watching this probably showed up for confirmation. Here's your confirmation, because this is you thinking over what happened in this whatever relationship you came here to review. This is you thinking about it right here, and this is saying, yep, this was largely, this relationship was all on you, and you are going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. And it was the right thing to do to break up and to end this relationship, because it was too much for you, and there was no hope. And until this person can come back and acknowledge their part, which a lot of times they won't. A person with this personality, this could be men or women, gender's fluid here. It's very difficult for them to see past their wants and needs. Full disclosure, I had done a reading a couple days ago for Leo, and I couldn't make hide nor tails of it. I was like struggling through it. It was like, and I just thought, I can't post that because I wasn't able to make sense of it, and it felt inauthentic. Like it just felt like that's me. I remember thinking about it today. I thought that still stuck with me because it was so contradictory. It felt like, and I'll tell you the gist of it because I remember it was basically, that fell out. Seek seclusion. That would work very well with creating this new future for yourself. I think this is also about you really don't want to have to do this. You don't want to have to go into hiding. You don't want to have to start doing strategic things to have to avoid. But I also think that in creating this new future, now that this is all done and you're in a good place here, you got strength upright, you got the Empress upright. This is about you finding solace, being able to take care of yourself now. This is about this getting righted and being in charge of you and your own, and being able to do that on your own, and recouping and resting, like the Four of Swords energy. Seek seclusion so that you can restore and nurture yourself. So the reading that I had done, though, it was about Leo not being happy, but they were keeping together for appearances, but they were emotionally at the crossroads. And I feel like for some of you that might be true here also, but this is more about an ending that's already happened, and you just hoping that, I really don't want to have to. It ended, and it would be nice if they came back, but if I stayed, I know that I would have had to sneak around to get my needs met because I wasn't happy, and it seemed like we were going the right direction, but we weren't, and the breakup was the right thing to do here. So this is that, but the other reading was suggesting that you were staying just to keep up appearances and to really try and salvage it because there are kids involved, and for some of you there were considerable resources. So it felt like a long-standing relationship too. So which is kind of the same thing here, but just this one feels it's already been decided. The other one was definitely at the crossroads. right. Okay. Give it up. Give it up. Okay. Didn't I just do this one? I did not. Listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. Okay. Well, that's all fine and dandy when I can get to a place where I'm feeling creative and optimistic, and I'm in a place where I feel like my needs are getting met and I'm in charge of my own future. But as far as putting up with this nonsense right here, well, you should be nicer to me. No, I should be nicer to myself. So if this is you beating yourself up, like sitting there judging yourself and whatever, don't do that. But if this is you reviewing honestly, objectively, okay, do that. But sorry, if you're cross-watching, I'm sorry. But I feel like you gave a lot to this relationship, and this is about you letting yourself off the hook and going inward and going just a lot of downtime for you to review and to be kind to yourself and to start to nurture yourself and create the future that you want. So listen with your heart. Okay, that's what this can be that. But don't you judge yourself and don't you beat yourself up. Some people out there, there's always balance, right? So if you're a giver, they're going to be a taker. The trick is finding someone that recognizes that and helping you balance the scales. Oh, okay. This is assistance, help, support. I don't know if you can. This is the Oracle of Visions card by, or deck by Chiro Marchetti. So this is about progress has been made, but we can't do it all on our own, and you can only go so far on your own. But if you reach out and ask for it, you will have help. So while this is I feel like you're in the alone stage right now, like you're like, I need to do this on my own, but just, we did have this Ten of Pentacles here suggests that there was money or resources involved. And then we got this Queen of Pentacles. She's very capable of taking care of herself, and she likes to do that. But when it's like this, it's almost like you're working 3 jobs just to get back on your feet. So if you need help, there's going to be somebody out there that will, you have a close friend. For some of you, it's going to be your brother. Okay, well, that's random. Honestly, if this was like this was a specific reading, it would be much more detail, or at least I'd probably get I got brother. I could probably get a ping on it, but this right now is just, there's going to be somebody in your life that is going to be a trustworthy person and will be able to offer you help. But I know, as Leos, it's very hard for us to ask for help, or no, it's fine, I can do it. And it's almost like that's how this happened, because you're not afraid of hard work. You'll do it. You're not afraid of hard work. You're not afraid of, no, I got myself in this mess. I'll get myself out. But this is about accepting help. If you ask for it, it will be given. Something else too, just kind of go in there. Yeah. Something else too with this, yeah, this is done. This right here too is about helping someone so much that it becomes a burden to you. Okay, so just know that was part of this relationship, that you were the main backbone, and like you did everything in this relationship, and you need to rest and be kind to yourself and nurture yourself, and the worst is over. You're going to be okay. If you need help, if you ask for it, it will be given. Okay? All right, Leo, that's your harsh truth for October. If you would like a private reading, go to the link in the YouTube banner, soulmoontarot.com, or you can email readings@soulmoontarot.com. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.